everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of the George Brown Jr. podcast. I am Mr. Rogers. Alongside this group, you met most of them last time. We got a few new people, so let's go ahead and introduce ourselves, starting to this young lady right here to my left.
I'm Citlali Laforga, and I'm in 5th grade.
I'm Michael Williams, and I'm in 6th grade.
I'm Olivia Cepeda. I'm in 5th grade.
All right, so the first thing that we're going to talk about, we just started, 3rd and 4th grade started state testing this week. They're going to test again next week, and then 5th and 6th grade are going to start their state testing. So let's start talking about state testing. Who wants to kick us off?
The thing that I don't like is mostly we have to close our computer and put our heads down, because that's the one thing I don't like, because we do nothing.
Something I feel like more teachers should do is kind of, I guess, give their students maybe some a snack before the test. So during the test, if they get hungry, they can have it. Because I think some teachers did that last year for state testing.
I hate that. That you have to wait super long to use the restroom, and you can only do it once. And maybe something's wrong, and you drink a little bit too much water.
I have to say about the state testing is I like it when you've been when you have the boards up. It gives you privacy, and you can bring snacks and you can eat it while you're testing. And last year when we were state testing, this girl was taking her time on it, and she was kind of taking a long time. So I got to sleep while we were waiting.
I think we should be able to bring a blanket and just sleep. I think, or just a little pillow and just sleep, because I hate just staying awake waiting for them to finish, and it's super annoying.
The blanket and pillow can be a distraction.
I kind of still disagree with it, but I do actually see one flaw in having a blanket. Maybe you can hide a calculator, or no, wait, they have a calculator right there. Oh, I don't think so. I remember, but also you might hide their phone in the blanket or somewhere, but I don't think most students would do that, because if you're caught cheating, it's a really big deal, right, Mr. Rogers?
It is absolutely a big deal. One thing I want to know from you guys, how much do you guys care about the state testing? Is it something that are you guys really trying to do your best? Do you care?
Yeah, I don't. Not really, because I think they've said it before in previous years that the state test isn't for us, it is for the school, and to see how the school is teaching us and kind of showing us what we're supposed to be learning.
It is I take it seriously, but some people don't. But I think it's seriously, but I feel like it's kind of not really, I don't know, not really for us, but I feel like they should just see how we were doing during the year, instead of just taking a super long test.
Honestly, I don't actually think that. I think that the state test is extremely important, but it takes a little bit too long, as I said before. I think it's really important, because what if the school sees you're doing extremely good, and then maybe it will help you in the future. Maybe it'll help you go to a way better middle school, a good middle school, or a private middle school, for free, or yeah, and they just recognize you, or who knows, if your teacher, if they see you did extremely good, maybe you'll get a prize. I don't know.
Another thing that I don't necessarily like, but don't necessarily hate, is that we have to put our phones in the basket, or in a little thing that the teacher has, which I get, because you can be cheating off of it. But what if an emergency happens at home and you won't be notified? That's also something that I don't like with school. I think we should still have it in our backpacks and not on, but it's still something that we should have to worry about. And I think every once in a while, or after a couple of hours, we should at least check our phones, just in case just because you never know what can happen whenever you're not around.
Yes, I actually, honestly, I agree with that. But yeah, but actually, like, there's some kids who would take advantage of that. I've met some kids like that. And I'm not saying like every kid would do that. And I'm not trying to speak bad about anything, but I've met some kids who just honestly cheat. But yeah, I don't think we should be able to just use our phones because it's pretty obvious that some kids will definitely try and cheat. But yeah. The thing that people need to do, they need to sleep because people fall asleep and you can hear them snoring. Someone sat next to me last year, and all you hear was them snoring, and it was and like they would just be asleep, and I would have to keep like patting their back for them to wake up. People have to sleep before the day happens.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you on camera, but I really, because you were in my class last year, I really want to know who was sleeping during.
Nevaeh.
You just said it on camera.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers. It was her though. It was her.
Okay.
I don't like the phone thing because, well, I like the phone policy, but we have to put it in there because kids, they can have an earpiece in, and there could be somebody in a whole different classroom who finished their test and it's helping the kid out.
They don't get you don't get the answers like extremely right away because I've known like my teacher like the year before my teacher she told like they don't get the test back until like a year later, like a few months later, so it wouldn't be possible for another student to be cheating like that, but it would because they can just look up the answers on their phone or like text you real quick or like call you like whisper like, hey, the answer is like
One thing that I've noticed, like Ikel said about the earpiece and kids talking, one thing that I want to talk about is the girls and the hairpiece because a lot of girls, they have an AirPod or a certain earpiece in, and they're covering it with their hair. And I'm not just saying it's just girls because there are some boys out there that do have long hair and they could do that as well. But I'm just saying that it's not really fair to the other kids how they could hide it and we can't. But I feel like it's something that the teachers should also look out for, especially during state testing.
the phone thing, and if you have an earbud in, they're gonna see it like automatically. It's like very noticeable. Well, not that noticeable.
People were saying about the earbuds in the ears, and for girls and boys who have people who have long hair, you couldn't like easily um uh just like you can have it in your ears and cover it with your hair, and people with like thick hair can cover it, but the teachers really should like have people like come open. They just have them like tell them to move their hair to see if they have the earbuds in.
Yeah, honestly, I think they should also check the hair. Also, I've known some kids who in class and just like with their earbuds in, and they're like this. So I've seen actually some kids do that, and since like I kind of know them, that they would just like tell me, "Hey, watch, I have my earbud in." And yeah, I think, yeah. So I think there's and the proctor. Doesn't the proctor have to check a lot? Also, I'm pretty sure the proctor should do a little bit more in checking to see if like to see if they're hiding anything. Maybe tell them like to let me see your pockets or anything.
With the earpiece thing, when the teacher say move their hair, all the kid has to do is put it back in when the teacher leaves.
Okay, so that tells me that I have some stuff to keep an eye on when we get to state testing. Okay, joining us today is our PE teacher. Everyone knows her, everyone loves her. Miss G, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to hand it off to Lolly to go ahead and take care of the interview. Lolly, take it over.
Something I've been really wanting to ask you is, have you ever been like a teacher before you've been a PE teacher?
Actually, I was a sub for 4 years before I decided to do my PE. and I subbed kindergarten through 12th grade. I wanted to make sure I could do everything, high school, middle school, and elementary school. And I loved that. Actually, every day was different. I never knew what kind of class I was going to have or what I was going to teach. So it was really super exciting and super fun. But I love more than anything being a PE teacher too.
What made you want to be a PE teacher?
Well, when I was young, for me, there was a lot of stuff going around me, and when I could run and when I could exercise, it really helped me. And so when I went into high school, I took a lot of PE classes, and I had a great PE teacher, and I just fell in love with the whole idea of being able to help yourself feel better about things when you can get rid of some of that stuff, and running, working out, doing those things is so helpful. So I loved that.
Do you have any other job than a PE teacher, or is being a PE teacher your only job?
Well, I've done a variety of things, and in my home, my husband has a roofing company. So sometimes he asks me to do a few things for him, which I'm happy to do. So I do that, and I enjoy that too. So, yes, I do that a little bit.
What would be your favorite grade that you've taught PE to?
Wow. I really love kind of the upper grades a lot. One of my favorite things, though, is to teach sixth grade. And that's because I feel like since I taught 4 years at the junior high at Serrano Middle School. And because I taught there, I kind of feel like when I teach sixth graders, I can kind of help them prepare a little bit for junior high, because when I taught junior high, it was really, really tough for some of the sixth graders and seventh graders to come in, because it's like a whole different world. And so sometimes I feel like if we can acclimate them a little bit to what's going to happen to them, it'll help them. So I really do truly enjoy sixth grade.
Also, what advice would you give to a sixth grader now if you're going to middle school?
Well, I would say to try your hardest. It's a lot. You go from having the same teacher most of the day, and then you're going to have like 7 different classes. You're going to go from place to place to kind of make sure you know where you're going, but to take every class seriously, especially PE too, because sometimes kids think, oh, in junior high, I have to make sure I do language arts and math and science and all of those things, but that PE is kind of just like, oh, if I don't do okay, that's okay. But it's truly important, because in high school, if you don't pass 2 years of PE, you can't graduate. So it's really important all along the way for a variety of reasons, but you want to make sure you're going to be able to pass in your 9th and 10th grade too.
What school did you go to?
Well, I grew up in Michigan, but when I came out here, I went to San Bernardino Valley College for my associate degree. I went to Cal Baptist University for my Bachelor of Science, and then I went on to Azusa Pacific for my master's degree.
Since you were born in Michigan, right? What was your favorite thing about Michigan?
Well, my favorite thing is that there are seasons, because, boy, that's so green in the springtime and beautiful. Summer is humid, but fall is beautiful too. So spring and fall are both beautiful. There's a lot of snow, in the wintertime, lots of ice, lots of snow. It's really, really cold for a really, really long time.
Also, what school did you go to when you were in grade school?
Well, we only had a couple of elementary schools and then one middle school. So we all went to the same middle school. Well, I came from a very, very, very tiny town. There was like 105 in my graduating class. So that was tiny. So one middle school, one high school, and a few little elementary schools.
as a PE teacher, what is your favorite thing to do workout wise? Like, if it's the morning and you need to wake up like before going to work, what is something that you like to do?
I'm a runner. I ran track in high school. I played all sports in high school, but I ran track, and I did pretty well when I was in high school. But for me, when I can run, I really feel like it starts my day better, and it helps me deal with the things that I need to deal with throughout the day. That's why I try and get all of you guys. I think I started fourth grade to have you guys run as much as you can, kind of to get you ready for junior high too. But also because when you run, it really does help you. There's something called endorphins that when you're running, it releases, and that helps bring you down and helps you stay nice and calm and releases all this really good stuff.
What's your favorite thing about George Brown?
Oh my goodness, the students and the staff, the two S's. I am so blessed to come in every day. I work with amazing people from, when you walk in the office, all those people, Miss Zaida, Miss Emma, who work so hard every day, the cafeteria people, the rec aides, the library, Miss Kleppe and I, by the way, we started here together 10 years ago, and we became friends right away. So one of the greatest things for me is to be with my friend Miss Kleppe every single day. Because we're support staff, we try to help wherever we're needed. So that's an exciting thing too. But lucky me to have so many amazing young students to work with who are kind and respectful. I'm so grateful for that because boy, it could be a whole lot different for me. So I'm blessed, truly.
What was your favorite sport when you were in um high school, middle school, or like elementary? Besides like track, since I've heard that you like love track.
Well, I actually love football. I have three brothers, and when I was growing up, we had a big family, and our neighbors had big families, so we'd always have football games together. So football became like my favorite sport. So that, been track first, and then football.
When did you start teaching PE, and what made you want to teach to children?
Well, I always wanted to be a teacher. I grew up in a tiny little town, so I had the same teacher from kindergarten all the way through fourth grade. So for 5 years, I had the same teacher, and she was amazing. So for me, she helped me through so many things, and I always felt like maybe I can put a little bit of that back and help too. So that's why. But yeah, 2020, this is year 19 for me in this district. So yeah.
What is your favorite school that you've taught at?
Oh, George Brown Jr. I've actually been to a lot of schools. We do field day, as you know, and so and when I first started doing it, it was a different schedule, so I could sub at different schools too and teach PE. So I've been to a variety of schools and done. But once again, the thing that makes this school so great is all of you. So for me, there's no one. In fact, over the years, because I've been here so long, they say, do you want to stay at George Brown or do you want to go somewhere else? And there's nowhere that can compare to Explorers right here.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for letting us interview us.
Oh, thank you so much. This was so much fun. And thank you for asking me to do interview. I appreciate it. And I think you're all great. And I love what you're doing. And your first podcast was amazing. So exciting. So thank you for all you're doing. And Mr. Rogers, thank you. This is so great.
Thank you, Miss G. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ms. G.
You bet.
Moving on, we're going to talk a little bit about something that is new to our school, something that we hadn't done in the past, and that is Friday celebrations. Every Friday, we come out to the quad and the entire school comes out, and we have a celebration to celebrate the fact that we finished out another week. So what I wanted to know is what you guys think of Friday celebrations and what you think we should be doing during Friday celebrations and ways that we can improve upon it. So Justiana, you had your hand up, so why don't you go ahead and get us started?
I like Friday celebrations, but the thing about it is they listen to like tacky music.
Some of the songs I actually kind of like. So I kind of disagree with you saying that the music is tacky. Also, the one thing I can improve upon, or I don't know if it's just art class, but we need seats because it hurts so much sitting on the floor crisscross applesauce the entire time. It hurts so much.
For like Friday celebration, I feel like, I guess not like every Friday, but like most of the Fridays we should have like something you have to wear, something you have to bring, or just like, I guess, more spirit days for on Fridays, like more things you should wear.
I think we should do, because a lot of times on the Friday celebrations that there's we mainly just talk about running club.
Why do we even do Friday celebrations?
The purpose behind Friday celebrations is to develop school culture, for us to come together and be proud of being George Brown, be proud of being explorers, to see each other and be in the same area as each other, and just kind of just celebrate our school and celebrate the things that are going on in our school. So that's the purpose behind the Friday celebrations.
One thing that I like about Friday celebrations is that, like, basically when at the end of every Friday celebration we can listen to a song. Like, one of the songs that I like that they play is the Hollywood song, where I forgot what the name was, but it was like the singer goes to Hollywood and they put their hands in the air, something like that.
Party in
I-
the USA?
Yeah, that song. I personally like that song because at my cousin's quinceañera we played that song in the party bus.
I want to do some like events that I would like to do, would like maybe have some games. I know we do some. I think one. I don't know. I don't know what teachers bring out the balls outside, the balls and stuff. But I feel like we should have more games and just more games out there, so we can play during out there. Sometimes we should just have some like games.
Yeah, I think we should just add in a lot more games, and I think we should also. I like the songs that they play right now, but I think they just should put like more songs. Like, since we just mostly listen to like Friday or like Party in the USA, and yeah, I think also we should listen to like some new songs.
Whoever said about the games, the only game we have right now is the thing where they come around with the ball and like they just start throwing it. That and it's just kind of getting old. Like, that's what we always do, and it's not really that fun anymore.
Also, they kind of are a little dangerous because we were playing it last a couple weeks ago, and with the balls, and I hit the ball up, and then I hit it, and it hit a kid in the face, which I felt so bad. But I feel like we should like do something else instead of those balls, because it seemed like it really hurt.
I saw a kid like a kindergartner get hit in the face with the balls.
Yeah, just like add little more games, and I don't like more games. Like, maybe once in a while we just play like a cool little game of musical chairs, one game, and like a winner. Maybe get somebody a surprise. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I think that would be all pretty cool.
So let me ask you this. Do you guys think that we should keep the Friday celebrations?
Yes.
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 Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
So we just need to tweak them.
Yeah,
Twinkies.
just Just
Add more games.
wait.
Make it more
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Yeah, just make them like have more games and then just tweak it a little bit with the music and stuff.
Okay, you guys. So that is going to bring us to the end of our second episode. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much, everybody who has already watched that first episode. Everybody who's subscribed, please, if you enjoy what we're doing, subscribe, like, comment, share it with your friends. We want everybody hearing what it is that we have to say, because these guys they're working really hard to come up with some good content and give you guys their thoughts, and it takes a lot of courage for them to get on camera here and put this out in front of the entire school and in front of the entire world, really, because we're going on to YouTube. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Ikel, Lolly, Olivia, Andy, Gio, Manuel, Justiana, for being on camera. Behind the scenes, Alfred, Juliana, Camila, and Nicole. We really appreciate everything that you guys did. Thank you so much, Ms. G, for joining us. And we look forward to episode 3, which should be coming in about 2 weeks. Thank you so much, everybody. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
I like pineapples.